Somebody come get 'em, they're too old for TikTok.
Hello and welcome to episode 194 of Too Old for TikTok. We have a very special episode today because I am doing the intro since my wonderful co-host Dina is currently on semi-voice rest. Dina, would you like to break your voice rest and explain yourself?
Sure. My voice actually sounds a lot better. I completely lost it over this past weekend. But I think, just the wedding and just carrying on and partying and having a good old time has really caught up to me and my voice.
Yes, I think we might need to say sorry without notice. Skipped our episode last week. We had way too high of ambitions that we were going to be able to record an episode like the day after Dina's polar plunge and also wedding.
Yes, the wedding was fantastic. I really had a great time, as you can tell by my voice. I just felt the love. There were so many surprises. The food was good. The music was good. I even enjoyed the ceremony. It was a good time.
I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed the ceremony because that's technically what the wedding is for.
True.
Would you like to do rose and thorn of your wedding?
Oh, that's very hard to choose. But actually, I could. Okay, a thorn is, speaking of ceremony, my feet went completely numb because my shoes were very uncomfortable. And I literally, this is like a week and a half later, just started feeling back in my middle toe. It was completely numb for like a week and a half.
That's concerning.
That's a thorn.
And a rose?
A rose was just the whole
Give me a better
thing.
Rose. It doesn't have to be like the only rose.
Okay. One rose is the surprise dance that all the bridesmaids did of Harrison, my brother, and mine, B'nai Mitzvah dance. They studied the video and they replicated the dance and they started it. And I was like, oh my God, what a surprise. It was so fabulous. And I just posted a TikTok video about it.
Yes, I was a part of that, even though I was rudely eliminated from the TikTok video, which, is offensive to me, but that's fine.
It's hard to fit all 8 bridesmaids in a little box on your phone.
And I know that I contributed to it and I was there.
Yeah, and might I say, you're a really good dancer.
Wow, that's so kind of you. As you know, whenever I was in musicals in high school, I was always given the role of featured dancer, but never given a singing part because of my inability to sing well.
Wow, I just, that's why I was never in musical theater. I quit after elementary school.
Actually,
because it's not for us.
One of my favorite featured dancer moments was when they had us do like a double pirouette, and I had quit dance before I learned how to pirouette properly.
I quit dance 3 days, not even, my mom put me in ballet and I stood at the bar because I was like the fattest one there crying, and then I never went back.
I quit dance after a while, but I did used to forget my dance bag on purpose in the hopes that my mom would bring me to Friendly's instead.
Oh, Friendly's. I would love a Friendly's Sunday right now.
I want to do my rose and thorn from your wedding.
Please do.
Okay, my thorn would be the room, the holding cell that we were in before we did the run through where our stuff was stored. They were keeping that room at like 55 degrees.
It was so cold. Yeah.
Oh no, I thought of a new one.
Oh God, so many thorns.
No, but it's related to this. So I was so cold because I was wearing this like kind of a risk. I realized afterwards, especially when I saw Emily, your sister-in-law's dress that had long sleeves, I was like, I should have done this. This is a winter wedding. Why am I wearing like a tube top? But but anyway, so I'm so cold in that room because I'm so exposed. And then we're doing the run through and your wedding coordinator comes up to me as I'm walking down the aisle. Mind you, I'm taped into my dress and she goes, "You're falling out." And she pulls my dress.
Yanks it. I saw that. She yanked it violently.
And I was like, damn, okay.
And she also called you Catalini, right?
No, that was a rose.
Amazing.
I think a rose for me was, I mean, there were so many other roses, but if we're sticking with like that time period, a rose for me was when your wedding planner called us Eleni, Catalini, and Angola.
Angola, meaning our friend Angela was Angola.
Now that I think about it, Dina, both of our weddings were really centered on extreme temperatures.
Yes, mine was extremely cold and yours was extremely hot.
Yeah.
And I will say I prefer cold over hot as I don't like to sweat.
I don't know. When I was being asked to wear my tube top dress outside to take photos, I don't know if I preferred that.
Maybe that's why I also have no voice.
No, the reason you have no voice is not because of your wedding. You had a voice after your wedding. It was this past weekend when we hung out. You came to meet my friends from home, and I have a reunion most years around Christmas time, and you came to meet us, and then the next day you had no voice, and I was like, how does she have no voice? And then I watched the videos you had recorded that night of you making some noises.
No, I was walking home. I was really feeling New York City. It was snowing. There was no one out. It was 2:30 in the morning. I was walking and I see, the smoke that comes out of the sewage drains. And that reminded me of Wicked. So I was just really belting Wicked in the streets of New York by myself. And that didn't help my voice.
And that's how you don't get kidnapped in New York City, because people
think
that
what my dad said. I showed him he's like, that's actually great because that's why people leave you alone. I was like, I know, I'm so safe.
Yeah, they think you're having a psychotic break, but you're just singing Wicked.
I'm just loving life.
Well, should we talk about TikTok?
We should. And the holidays are amongst us. This episode comes out a day after Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone. I have a bone to pick with my TikTok algorithm because I keep getting this damn holiday Snoopy filter where it takes your dog and it turns it into a Snoopy character. Like, that's cute, but I don't want to see every other video. I don't want to see this filter. I swipe away quickly. It still comes up. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it even one single time.
Lucky for you.
It is lucky for me. Most of what I get is dermatology filters. Not filters. Videos, content.
That's great if you're on the beauty side. This is going to be really fun to talk about. We would have talked about this last week, but it's still very prevalent because I'm still getting videos on my For You page. There were a group of British people.
Welsh people.
Yes, I was going to say they're Welsh specifically, who took over TikTok by storm because they visited New York City and went to like every fast food chain they could.
So the main girl, what's her name? Charlie? I think it's Charlie, Charly.
Yes, it is Charlie Ann C is her handle.
She, I think, first came across our pages a while ago. She might have been one of the first people to eat a Chinese.
A Chinese takeout.
Yeah, she was one of the first people to be like, I'm having a Chinese. And everyone was like, what are you eating?
And she also would do all those hangover videos where she would eat like a Chinese or have like pizza, just like an enormous amount of fast food. Yeah, like 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
And then the other really big one from that group is Corey.
And
Leah. His fiance. I already followed him.
Corey and his fiance, but my favorite is actually, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. It's
Ewan. Yeah.
Ewan.
Wait, let's see how you pronounce this. Ieuan. There's two ways. The first one is Yayon. First of all, I'm watching this YouTube video that's like made with AI and it's so slow. I just had to put it on 1.25 speed. So the first option for pronunciation is Yayon. And the second one is, Yayan. So Yayon or Yayan.
Well, and his last name is Jones. So he is my favorite. So yeah, it's this group of Welsh people and they all post their own videos. They all have their own styles and things. Catalina, what's your favorite video that they did while they were in New York?
Okay, so I mean their whole thing is that they're obsessed with fast food.
Yeah.
I guess one of the videos we have on this list that I liked a lot was when they went to Raising Cane's and they got what seemed to me like a 24-ounce cup of sauce.
Yes, they did. And that video really, I think, shot them over the edge. And like all the comments are like, thank you for unifying the United States. Like I never wanted to go to Raising Cane's, but now I do.
The time has come to try Raising Cane's! Oh my God, I'm so excited. Are you all excited? It smells unreal. I can't go. This is what dreams are coming from. My God, this is what dreams are made of. I'm so excited. Look how big that sauce is.
That's what I mean. I think about like
That's the best thing I've ever fucking tasted in my whole entire life. Oh my God, that sauce is Leah's gonna do a taste test. Oh, dunk it right. Oh, get it in. Oh, that is unreal, isn't it?
Me and Ashley, friend of the pod, and Danielle and Sam went to Raising Cane's one day.
It's Raising
because-
Cane's, Dina.
Raisin.
No, isn't it Raising Cane's?
I thought it was like raisin because there's like an apostrophe.
No, it's literally
G.
Raising with a G.
It's raising?
Yes. I corrected you on our
Raising
doc
Cane's?
also. It's Raising Cane's.
Wow, I thought it was raisin.
No.
Anyway, you
It's
learn
from
something new
Louisiana.
every day.
And it's named
Okay.
after a dog.
Oh, good to know. But yeah, so I tried it. It was good. The chicken tendies were good. The sauce was good. Sam obviously hated it because she hates fast food, but I thought it was fine. And I would go back. There was also an amazing DJ playing at the Times Square location that I think Ashley got like their information.
She would. I have never eaten there. There was one that opened in Austin when I was still living there that people would like wait in the takeout line for a really long time. I guess I'm not like a huge fast food girly, which is maybe another thing that was so funny about these TikToks is that this group is just obsessed with fast food and they go to New York City, which is like a culinary paradise, and they're only eating fast food, but for them it's super novel because it's all like, well, some of it was fast food that they had, like they were eating Chipotle and they were like comparing Chipotle to the Chipotle in England. They also were trying fast food they'd heard of, like Chick-fil-A but had never had, and so I think that's fun. It's always fun to try like a certain country's chains. That's why everyone likes Jollibee, that like Korean fried chicken spot that they opened.
I've never been.
You haven't heard of Jollibee? I think
I've heard of it, but I've never been.
yeah.
I do want to go.
But I actually really one thing I appreciated about this is that, you know, you meet people who are like, I went to the United States and I only ate cheeseburgers. They only have cheeseburgers. Or they go to New York and they're like, the food's not good. I watched a video recently where this girl was complaining about her trip to New York and the food not being good. It's because you're in tourist spots. You don't do research. You end up eating like a street hot dog and like a kind of mediocre.
Bad. Yeah.
And the thing is, they see these hot dogs in movies. So they're like, I have to eat one. And it's like,
And then it's bad.
It's fucking bad. Don't eat that.
Yeah, don't eat the hot dog off the cart.
And so
No.
I think people get bad food impressions, but this is like traveling to any country. Like if you're only eating the run-of-the-mill, whatever is ubiquitous and available in the tourist centers, you're going to have a bad time unless you go to some of these fast food chains. And then at least it's consistent.
You know what you're getting? I love they went to Ellen's Stardust Diner.
I love how they were like, yeah, like this casual diner, and they're at Ellen's Stardust Diner.
Which is where the waiters and waitresses saying, my favorite video is actually not one of their food videos, but it's when they take the subway.
Oh my God.
And they get off and they're so defeated. It's like, this is my life. Like every time I take the subway to work, I'm like, you know what? That's like, I just want to turn around and crawl back into bed.
You're
It's
really
always
not a
terrible
subway girl.
experience.
I love taking public transportation because I live in a public transportation desert. So it's like such a pleasure that I get to take public transportation.
Guys, we're in New York and we're about to take the subway for the first time. We're gonna go Grand Central, living our Gossip Girl life, even though I haven't even fucking watched it. Got my ice cat. I feel like a proper New Yorker today. God, how do we do this? Emily, Charlie, do you feel like you're literally in London?
Yeah.
Well, I'm scared. Oh my God, we're going below down. There. Oh my God, we're in New York subway. Oh my God, we're in New York subway. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. It's giving London Underground. Why is it so busy? We are in New York.
I'm so excited to catch us.
I'm so excited. Like, this has been on my fucking bucket list for years. I couldn't even record, but that was the worst fucking experience of my whole entire life. I feel sick. Like, I want to be... That was worse than London, and that's saying something. Get me the fuck home.
In our New York City section, I do have a video about the bus because I do love a bus. We'll get there. But yeah, I would like to play some audios. There's a video by Eric Goldie, who we featured before, where he talks about the Brits in Manhattan.
We're all on the side of this app where we're following those Brits around Manhattan, right? Like, they're doing Wingstop, they're doing Raising Cane's, and they fully influenced me because I am craving craving a bucket of that sauce.
Yeah, it just really unified all of TikTok and all of America.
Yeah, and
This
people
friend
were
group.
giving them suggestions of places to go, and they were giving their sort of feedback. And I think that this was their breakthrough moment, was being in New York.
Yes.
Another thing that was so funny is, and this kind of, as you know, we talk about this sometimes, the ride. This is any sort of, when you go to a city for the first time and you're only in the tourist center, you have a very narrow vision of what that city is like. And I think that tour bus, the ride, is the perfect example of it, because the tour of New York is literally, it goes around like 3 different avenues and then comes back. And so they're like, New York is so crowded. There's always something crazy going on. I swear, 77% of their videos are in Times Square.
Oh, of course, yeah. They do go to Katz's Deli, which I'll play that audio. It's by Charlie.
Oh my god. We've been roaming the streets of New York all day. I am starving. So we've come to Katz's Deli. We're coming in. Oh my god, this is insane. It's massive. Literally giving America. It smells so good in here. I am starving.
This feels like I'm in a real American diner right now.
This is the menu. Oh my god, there's so much to choose from. Can we get 2 pastrami sandwiches, please? Yep. Can we get mustard, cheese, mayo? And mayo, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. 2, please, yes. Can we get some pickles as well, please? Guys, we're going to try them. My god, that looks unreal. This looks a million out of 10. I got mustard, cheese, pastrami, and then we've got a plate full of pickles. Are you excited? Oh my god. This sandwich is actual heaven. Oh my god. The layers. Right, cheers.
I love it.
So I just want to say that New York is crazy and hubbub and all that, especially during the holidays, but you can get away from that.
Of course.
You can get away from
or
that.
you can walk home at 2 o'clock in the morning when
Screaming,
no one is out.
defying gravity.
And it's not busy at all. Then there's, of course, a lot of parodies, and this parody by Mayor_Kel is really funny. And it's how I eat now after getting those British friends visiting NYC on my FYP.
I am starving. Oh my god. Oh, that's lovely. Stunning. Cheers. Unreal. Is it Hev? Mine's Hev. Stunning. That's Hev. Unreal.
That's exactly how they sound.
I don't really think any of the food maybe because I've eaten a lot of those chains, but none of it made me like particularly want to eat those chains.
I think Raisin Cane's, like, I kind of want to go back now based on their video.
Did they go to Shake Shack?
I don't think so. Oh, wait. Even before they went, I've always wanted to go to Wingstop, because there's a bunch of stops that like sprung up, and I always tell Ben, like, one day I'm gonna get Wingstop, and they went.
Walking around New York for 3 days straight, morning to noon, has fucked me up big time. My feet, my legs, my pussy, my crack, my teeth, my head, my tits are throbbing, and there was only one place for it. Bad. Scroll down TikTok for hours. I'm hungry. Let's order a Wingstop. And guys, I've ordered the massive ranch. I'm buzzing. I'm going to pour all over my tits. Goods have been secured. Oh my god, it smells unreal. That already looks like a bag full of heaven. I can. Oh my god, look how much ranch they've given us. And then I got a Coke. It's got no fucking ice in it. And for 5 lemon herbs and 5 barbecue. It was obviously going to be barbecue, wasn't it? I'm going to try the chips and the ranch sauce. Oh my god, that ranch sauce is unreal. Oh my god.
So that, it makes me want to go even more.
No. They went to Liberty Bagels.
I always run past Liberty Bagels because it's right by Central Park. There's always such a long line, and the bagels don't really look particularly good to me. So I don't think it's worth it, but I'm going to try it one day. I'm close by.
I think that the overly large New York City bagel is not my scene.
Yeah.
I like a decent sized
Essa.
bagel with a decent amount of cream cheese on it.
Shemaya.
I don't want, and I also am not interested in like really ornate cream cheeses.
Right, like a sprinkle funfetti.
That sounds
one.
absolutely foul
or like
to
a
me.
strawberry.
Disgusting.
Don't give me
Disgusting.
a strawberry.
When I was a
cream
kid
cheese,
once, actually,
no.
I visited my relatives in Chicago, and my aunt, very kind, I think she bought bagels from like Dunkin' or something, and she was like, I got you strawberry cream cheese. Ugh. Disgusting. She didn't know. She didn't know.
That's a shame. Well, should we move on from our British friends?
Oh, if we must.
So on my For You page, I've been getting a lot of videos that are people pretending to get into college. So that was really popular last college season. And it's always to this audio. So the first one is by Gianna Acquafresca, and she just said, pretending I got into Harvard because we are bored. So it's her sitting in front of her laptop with a bunch of friends around, and then she just pretends that she got in, and her friends are all high-fiving around her.
I think we should
it's
do
just
it.
Such a farce. Yeah, we should.
I think we should do it.
But this is my favorite one. It's by Kimberly. It says, when Domino's confirms that the pizza order is in the oven, and then it's everyone high-fiving and like crying around the laptop. And Domino's commented, I'm so proud of you. You've worked so hard for this moment. What a great idea. Sorry,
yes.
One thing. Rose of the wedding also was Domino's at the after party.
Oh, when you smeared lava cake all over your own face? No, someone else. You smeared it on
my
your
mother smeared it.
And your mother.
My mother. Yeah.
The real version of this trend, when people do that, is a reason why I'm so glad we didn't have something like TikTok when we were in college.
I agree.
Can you imagine? Also, I applied to 11 schools. Am I making 11 videos of me getting rejected? And wearing the
most
sweatshirt?
of mine were rejected. Exactly.
And like your entire family gathers around. It's just like, and then what? And then I want to see the out. I mean, I'm sure there are people posting that too, because it's sort of like the Gen Z humor to be like, I'm so excited and then I'm rejected. But like, ugh, uninterested. All of that, all of the like new to college type stuff. Just, I'm so glad that we didn't have to deal with that.
Me too. My version of that for getting rejected is me and Alina sat in our favorite frozen yogurt place, Hewlett Station, and ordered a whole pie of frozen yogurt. It comes in a pie crust, and just ate out of the pie at the place. And we called it rejection pie because we had gotten rejected from like every school. We were unwell.
I got so many rejections. And then it's crazy that we got into NYU, that now is like a hard school to get into.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. The last one was by Aubrey Gavello. And she said, pretending our deaf dog got into Harvard for no reason. So that one, she sits the dog in front of the laptop.
Dina,
and then they're all very excited for the dog.
Let's do it with your turtle.
Oh, with little
Let's
D.
do it with little D.
Little D in front of the laptop.
Let's do it with little D.
Oh, pretending little D got into Harvard.
But does it have to be Harvard? I feel like we could do something. Is there somewhere with like a turtle mascot?
Yeah, whatever the university is in like the Ninja Turtles. What about Shiz? Pretending like, gosh, she got into Shiz.
No, you're too many layers. I think we just need to, whatever, we'll workshop this.
We'll workshop this offline. Okay, what's been on your For You page?
Well, I've also had those videos, but one trend that I kept getting that I wasn't sure if you were getting. Did any of these come across your page?
I wasn't getting these.
That's crazy.
You sent them and I wasn't getting any of them.
The first one I got, I can't remember because I don't think I sent it to you because I thought it was just like bizarre. But they're a audio trend, but with differing songs. So I guess it's just a trend, but it's based on audio. Sorry, I'm doing a really bad job of explaining this. But it's the If I Owned a Blank trend. So one of the first ones is If I Owned a Divorce Court by @YourLoveIsWicked. And they always just have like a picture and then a song that's related to the idea of divorce court.
So here's the song. Pretty good.
Yeah. Another one I saw that or one that is more problematic is the If I Owned a Homeless Shelter by Aka KRW.
She's just like you and me, but she's homeless. She's homeless. As she stands there singing for money, la la dee, la 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 dee, la la dee, la la.
And then one of my favorite ones was by Delusional 1611 about If I Owned a Circumcision Clinic, which is also not how you circumcise.
Bangers, really bangers, these songs.
And you know what? It was for a while, and now it seems to have gone away. You know what's another trend we really haven't talked about at all, I think, because we both just don't care, is we listen and we don't judge.
Oh, I get those. And there's some that I will watch from beginning to end, and there are some I will swipe away from real quick. I don't like the couple ones. I like the
grandma
ones. Yeah, that's
There's
more
also,
my humor.
have you noticed the evolution in commenting recently? There's some new comment trends. One is, this is how you decided to use your free will. And the other one is like, great use of free will. So that's one. There's another one, but the free will trend, you'll see it in the comments.
Is the free will stem from the video of the guy eating ice cream, and he's like, I love free will and being an adult because it's like 20 degrees out and I could still eat ice cream?
Potentially
That's where it started.
You could go to knowyourmeme.com and see.
Okay. Moving on, we have New York City TikTok, and let's start with the one I alluded to earlier, which is a video by char_in_the_city, and it's more visual, but she writes over her just inside an MTA bus. She said, me in the Uber XXL. And she's just on a bus. That's perfect. Sometimes when you're at a bus at night, it is like a private limousine.
This used to happen to me all the time in Austin because I lived there for 6 years without a car, and I would take the bus all the time. And many times I was just like fully alone.
Yeah.
Because I was the only one taking public transit.
Oh, except that time me and Melissa visited you, and on New Year's Eve we took the bus and the woman vomited next to us, and it was only like 6 p.m.
Those were the pre-Uber and Lyft days. Although, did I dream
there was
this?
Uber.
That someone told me recently that Uber is no longer in Austin? Is that real?
Oh,
did I
I
dream
have no
this?
idea.
Wait, I'm Googling.
You're fact-checking
I'm fact-checking
yourself.
myself because I'm like, did someone say this to me?
That seems crazy.
No, there was a lot of like legislation where the Austin government was basically trying to, this was when I was living there, was basically trying to pressure Uber to have like higher safety restrictions. And so they were going to ban Uber until they did that. And the vote didn't pass. So it was like an interesting standoff between the local government and the corporation.
That happened in the Hamptons too. The Hamptons.
They
didn't
had
want
that as
Uber.
well?
Yeah.
No, I guess I dreamt that. Weird dream.
Wow.
In fact,
Crazy.
Waymo apparently is expanding to Austin.
Waymo is those driverless cars. I saw a scary video of girls sitting in a Waymo and people on the outside just spray painting it, throwing rocks. I don't know, because I guess people hate Waymo. I don't know. Moving on to another New York City TikTok video by Grim Ting. Her father is from Brooklyn, and I could relate to this.
My father is so fucking from Brooklyn. We're ordering Greek food, and I said, I want to order from Zepita. So he wants to Google the menu on his computer. So he's looking up, he's like, I can't find it. And I'm like, it's Zepita. And he's like, what? Zepita. And he's typing it in. I go over to his computer. He typed in Z-Peter. I said, no, Dad, it's pita. And he's like, that's what I wrote.
So this obviously reminds me, a big part of getting ready at the wedding was my childhood doll, Baby Shivers.
Okay, tell us about Baby Shivas.
Baby Shivers shivered. You would have to hold her. You would take off her head, put in a triple C battery, and she would shake violently.
What? Does she
Yes.
not shake anymore?
We tried it on the day we were getting ready for the wedding, and she didn't shake anymore. She's broken. She's from 1990.
Okay, this makes I have to tell, because I've been telling people about Baby Shivas, and they were like, why is that her name? And I was like, I don't know. That's also such a weird kid toy, like a cold baby.
a cold baby that you would keep warm by hugging. But anyway, since my mother is from Brooklyn, she always referred to baby shivers as baby shivas. And I never put it together. As a young child, I would always say baby shivas. But it was because she shivered.
Okay, that helps so much. It also kind of helps me understand why that baby looks so unwell, but
because she was shivering.
Nothing is really explaining all the pen on the baby's face.
I don't know how she got all that ink on her face. I don't recall that from my childhood.
Oh, I just thought of another rose from your wedding / thorn.
Oh, do tell.
I feel like I could do one for every hour. So the rose / thorn from when we were getting our makeup done. The thorn was when I was getting my eye makeup done and my eyelids were burning. And I was like, oh no. And then I was like, it's fine. I'm just going to stay quiet and like, hopefully. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, like I'm going to be covered in hives. I'm going to have an allergic reaction. Meanwhile, Sam was the one who had an allergic reaction. But so I was like, I'm going to have an allergic reaction. So I was allergic, I guess, to her brush cleaner. So that was a thorn from the getting ready. A rose from the getting ready was when I came with a video from TikTok, because that's another thing I've been getting on my FYP is short hair styling, like content, like bob styling. And so I had seen this video about a girl who did this like wet look that I thought was really cool, and I showed it to the hairstylist, and she was like, oh no, you're gonna look like a wet dog.
I'm glad she put the kibosh on that.
I mean, but she still...
Like, it probably would have, like, looked like you had really oily, greasy hair.
Well, and the thing is, you could tell that she's a good stylist because then she was like, I can execute, like, the look you're going for. It doesn't have to be wet.
I thought your hair looked great.
I was really happy about it. And Danielle was so happy that she got to watch the entire process of me asking to it happening. So, yeah, but that was a rose for me.
Wonderful. Our last section, we have learning on TikTok, and it's a video by Jules Jacobson, and it's about how to take better photos on your phone, which, spoiler alert, is just by screenshotting videos instead of taking actual photos.
I thought that most of you guys knew this trick already, but for my girlies that are taking photos, we're doing video. We're no longer doing photo because we know how much the camera sucks, and let me just give you this little tip. First of all, every single photo you see here was a screenshot grab from a video. We have stopped taking any photos because the camera is so much better on video that every single photo I shoot now is only video, and I'm only doing video.
I get this. I think I'm too lazy to do it because that takes a lot of time to go through the video. But what are your thoughts?
I'm thinking I should... Okay, so when I first watched it, I was like, I don't like the idea of screenshotting something because it immediately makes the resolution worse.
But it doesn't, apparently.
Okay, that's the part I don't understand. But I have, I think, an iPhone 11 or something. Like, I'm many iPhones behind.
That's old,
and honestly, it's probably like 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that Apple, if a product is 7 years old, it's considered vintage?
Wow.
I learned that about my laptop once, but an old laptop of mine, a vintage laptop of mine. But so recently I've noticed when I take photos, they are awful. There's like an issue with the lighting, and I think that it's actually the camera has degraded because I don't recall this happening before. I've also dropped my phone in water like at least 3 times, like whatever. So I could give the video thing a shot and see if it works better. I'm just a little sus about resolution, but I guess if you're not printing your photos and like the only place that it's going to be going is like an Instagram grid or something, then...
Well, I do think you're going to have trouble because I think this is geared more towards the newer cameras.
And the new cameras are good.
Better.
What is wrong with people? No offense to this creator, but like, I don't think the camera's that bad. She made a point,
but she gave examples, and I agree. Like, the screenshots from the videos look better.
I think if you are really knowledgeable about this, you probably could figure out a way to adjust the settings to mimic what the video is doing.
Probably, yeah.
Also, this just reminded me of a friend from home who, I'm not going to name drop, you can probably figure out who it is, signed up for a class at the Apple Store to learn how to use the camera.
Okay.
Because she thought that it would help her take like more advanced pictures, but I'm pretty sure
it was
it's just like
old people who like didn't know how to pull up the camera or like where to find it. Who was this? Oh, God.
I'll tell you later.
That's hysterical. I mean, good for them. That's very proactive.
I know, and honestly, I
like using resources. Like, I can't knock it, but that's very special.
I should follow up and see actually if she learned anything beyond, like, this is where the buttons are.
That's a good TikTok series, just like going to the Apple tutorials.
Yeah, and learning.
Okay, well, this has been wonderful. Thanks, everyone, for bearing with my beautiful voice.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Oh, my God.
Happy birthday, Catalina.
Almost my birthday.
Okay, bye.